Uruguay, amigos de América Latina. ¿Aquí hay algún brasileiro? Bom dia. Em Brasil dizem que hoje é sexta-feira, traga mais cerveja. In Brazil they say on Friday, today is Friday, bring more beer. That is the national anthem on Fridays. Well, I have just come back from a trip to Mexico yesterday night, and I still have a hangover of the tequila. Let me say something to our friends in Latin America. Bienvenido a la Business Conclave y también bienvenido a la Nueva India. ¿Qué es esta Nueva India? Y algunos de ustedes habrían conocido la India como un país de elefantes y encantador de serpientes. Ahora la India ha cambiado. El elefante empezó a volar y ahora tenemos encantadores de software, encantadores informática. ¿Es there translation here? Antes, en el pasado, la India estaba creciendo hasta como 1990, un bajo crecimiento. Los economistas nombraron este bajo crecimiento a Hindu rate of growth, el crecimiento tasa de hindú. En aquel tiempo había un chiste latinoamericano. ¿Cómo hacer un indiano a reír el viernes? Cuenta un chiste el lunes. Él necesitaba 5 días para pensar, reflejar, analizar antes de reír. Pero ahora hay un cambio de paradigma. La India está creciendo 8-9%. Este año la India ha superado China en crecimiento, tasa de crecimiento. Este no es un cuento chino. My Indian friends, you might think in Uruguay is a small country, but our Uruguayan friends have a big heart and a broad vision and stronger legs to kick the football. And they have won 2 World Cups. And their joy is even more because the first time they beat Argentina to win, and the second time they beat Brazil to win in the finals. So there is added joy. And Uruguay has won the title of Copa America, the Latin America Cup, 15 times out of the total of 44. And they have the most titles than anybody else in Latin America, including Brazil and Argentina. And Uruguay is a country of political stability and maturity, peace and progressiveness. Uruguay is the first country in the world to legalize drugs. Marijuana production, distribution, sale and consumption is legalized. The first country to do so. And soon the other Latin American countries and United States and Europe are going to follow this example, because even the Americans have admitted that the drug war has failed. There is no other alternative but to follow the example of Uruguay. Just before this president, Tabaré Vasquez, they had a president called Jose Mujica from 2010 to 14. He was called as the world's poorest president. He lived a modest life. He drove his own Volkswagen Beetle, and he was cultivating vegetables and fruits in his garden outside the city of Montevideo. He was an ex-guerrilla fighter. He was in jail for 11 years, of which 1 year the military dictators had put him in a dry well. And Mr. Mujica says that is when he learned to speak to frogs. But despite this background, he was not vindictive. He was moderate and pragmatic. And the current president, Tabaré Vasquez, who was there before Mujica as president, now come for the second time, and he follows a pragmatic policy of balanced pro-poor and pro-business policies. Of course, he is anti-tobacco, so the cigarette companies don't like him. In India-Latin America relations, Uruguay has a unique place. Montevideo was the first place where TCS went. It was the first port of entry. It was from there they launched into the rest of Latin America. And today they have a business of $500 million. But this all started from Uruguay. And it was a win-win partnership. Uruguay helped TCS to be placed in the map of Latin America. And in return, TCS put Uruguay in the global IT map. And the guy to whom the credit should be given for developing this TCS business of $500 million in Latin America is a Uruguayan called Gabriel Rosma. It was he who single-handedly started the business from Uruguay to start with and then developed it across Latin America. And Gabriel Rosman is the first and the only Latin American to have reached board level in an Indian company. He became the executive vice president for global delivery in TCS. If you go to Chennai, to the IT corridor going to Mahabalipuram, you'll find one of the significant, large and unique building, which is the TCS building in Surusay. It employs, there are 28,000 Indians working there. It is the largest corporate office in India with 5 million square foot of space. And it is the largest in Asia and one of the top 3 in the world. Now, this unique building with a unique design, it was designed by a Uruguayan architect, Carlos Hort. And Uruguay is the country from Latin America which sends the largest number of students every year to India on study tours. Every year you get over 100 Uruguayan students, mainly from the Faculty of Architecture and Economics, who visit India for about 10 days as part of their global tour. So there is not a single Uruguayan architect who has not visited India. Now, with these credentials, Uruguay, a small country, you would agree with me, is punching above its weight. So I would say, welcome to our friends from Uruguay, and we'll start with the ambassador. Please.